Alright, so here we go again with people on Twitter being, I guess the only way to describe it is unbelievably childish and ignorant. It's the only way I can think of to describe it, and it's all over the place today. People complaining that Amazon is donating only $690,000 in aid to Australia, and people are ripping on Jeff Bezos and many other rich people donating as well, saying they should be giving far more. Now, the first thing to point out is that this could have a very undesirable effect for the future. It's not unthinkable that these people who are donating hundreds of thousands of dollars say, screw it, next time I'm not donating anything. I hope they wouldn't do that, but honestly, if they had not given anything, if they donated $0, I would be willing to bet they wouldn't be under scrutiny and no one would be complaining about them right now. Because I looked it up and I couldn't find any mention of Walmart, the Walton family, McDonald's, Whole Foods, or General Electric donating anything at all to Australia. And people are completely silent about that. So instead of shaming those who gave nothing, you'd rather spend your time complaining that a rich person who didn't give what you consider to be enough. That makes no sense whatsoever. But I hope for your sake that Jeff Bezos and Amazon don't take cues from this, and the next time some natural disaster occurs, they just say, never mind, don't look at us, giving money is actually a PR disaster, because there's always someone who thinks we didn't give enough, but if we give absolutely nothing, then no one complains. That is the message that you are sending. If you give nothing, then no articles are written about you and no one complains. But if you have a high net worth, which by the way is not the amount of money you have readily available in a bank account, but if you have a high net worth, then you better be giving hundreds of millions of dollars, otherwise we will complain because of the optics of it all. This is childish babble, period. And the other mistake everyone is making, yet again, is, as I mentioned before, they're conflating net worth with income. Jeff Bezos has a yearly income of only about $80,000. His net worth is derived from the assets and stocks that he owns. He does not have $80 billion in liquid cash just lying around. It's tied up in investments and financial assets. In order to get whatever amount of money would be an acceptable charitable donation to them, what would he have to do? Does he have to give billions? Does he need to give up his controlling share of Amazon to appease everyone? Is Amazon now obligated to start selling off assets so they can avoid a Twitter mob? I don't think they are, and this leads me to my next point. And this might hurt the sensibilities of those who are complaining, but it actually is not the responsibility of Amazon or any other rich or successful person to fund efforts to clean up natural disasters. It's amazing that they do, and I'm glad that they do. I'm glad they donate. There's no doubt about that. But simply because you've been successful does not mean that we get to now look at you every time a disaster occurs and say, do your job now. It's your responsibility to make this right. And if you choose to donate, here's the amount of money you should be giving to prevent us from complaining about you. And by the way, as I mentioned before, if you really don't want to be complained about, then just don't give anything at all. Do what Walmart, McDonald's, Whole Foods, or General Electric did. Just don't give anything, and then you're out of the public eye. You will have successfully evaded the ire of the mob. So the whole thing is ridiculous, and people are just desperately looking for a thing to complain about. But that is it for now. Please like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff, and take it easy.